our special guest for this show, Pastor Baldwin Nwachukwu.
Yeah, welcome to our segment. This is something new that the committee planned. We just wanted to know you a bit more. So we came up with a few questions. I've got them written down here. But I just wanted to start with one question. You probably maybe saw it in the spirit. The question that I wanted to ask is that what does your morning routine look like? Because it seems as if like you're a person that never sleeps. So I wanted to find out what does your morning routine look like from start to finish?
Okay. Normally, I start my morning with devotion.
Okay.
My prayer. When I wake up, I go through some scriptures already in my phone. Then after that, the next thing is my morning devotion.
Morning devotion.
Which I normally do with my wife.
Okay.
That's the first thing I do each morning.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. All right. So just to jump to the questions, the first kind of section that we have is the ministry and the calling. So where it all started, the beginning, or as they say, in the beginning. So when did you give your life to Christ? And who were you before you gave your life to Christ? Since this is our year of transformation and we've been transformed, I just want to find out, how was your life before you met Christ?
Okay, I want to say I've been a very calm, quiet person as a person.
Yes, sir.
But I was this kind of person that wanted to make money. And because I wanted to make money,
Yeah.
I got involved in doing anything possible. I'm not that kind of person that never drank before. I've not tasted alcohol since I was 18 now.
No.
I've never. I never smoked anything. I've never been to any club before, see today. So those things were not my place of interest. My interest was make money. Yeah. But as a young guy growing up, I will not tell you now that I didn't have girlfriends. No. I did it, but because my friends influenced me in a way that they didn't influence me as per. Because I used to have dreams. I'll be doing crusade. I'll be praying for people.
Yeah.
So when I share it with them, they laugh at me and say, you're a pastor because you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't womanize, so God will use as a pastor. I didn't want to be a pastor. That was why I started going for girls, so that God can. That was the life. But it wasn't like a hobby. You know, what is not in you is not in you.
Not in you. Very true.
So it wasn't like something you enjoy doing. Because if you are my girlfriend, you can be, I can stay 1 month, I will not call you. And you can even talk to me and get irritated. Then that was how it was. So that was my life. My life was committed into trying to get money by all means. Whatever it costs to get the money.
Yeah.
That was my area of focus. And that was what prompted me doing anything that is not right.
That is not right.
But like the social life and the other kind of life, I was not deep into reckless life.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
And then when did you give your life to Christ?
I gave my life to Christ in 1990. But when I did that, so when I began to go to church, when I entered the church, they tell me God is calling you. So I stopped. So I don't want to give my life again.
Yeah.
So I want to take back my life
Yeah.
and go back. That was, yeah, because anytime I enter church, they say, God want to use you. So I didn't want to be a pastor. So that was how I started withdrawing from going to church. But in 1990, I remember I gave my life to Christ. So when they were telling me God want to use you, I now stopped going to church. I didn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, let me go my way, look for money, and forget of going to church.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dad. Second question. How did you come up with the church name, Glory Restoration Assembly? We understand that it's in line with the threefold vision.
Yeah, it is derived after the vision
Yeah.
of the church. Remember, when people give their life to Christ,
Yes, sir.
saved, delivered, the glory is restored.
Yes, sir.
So it was carved out of the vision
Of the vision.
or the mandate of the church. Yeah.
Okay. Was that something you came up with, or that came through the Spirit?
Yeah, I was inspired
Was inspired. Okay.
to pick
Yeah.
that name. Yeah.
Pick that name. All right. All right. And then you mentioned in some of your times that when you preach that you were at Redeemed Church, and when you left Redeemed Church, we wanted to ask, your spiritual father is not necessarily from Redeemed Church. How did you choose a spiritual father that's not from the place that you were trained from?
Okay. The first church I pastored with was Calvary Christian Center.
Calvary Christian, yes, sir.
From there, Holy Ghost Deliverance Ministry
Okay.
before Redeemed.
Okay.
So Redeemed is a big church. Then when God asked me to leave, I was released by my area pastor.
Okay.
And then he was presiding over us as the father. But he, after some years, became sick and passed away.
Okay.
Yeah. So when he passed on, I have to look for another
Oh, you have to look
person
for
to
another
work with.
spiritual
Yeah.
father. So now we're going into the next section, the next topic, which is marriage. Man, I admire Mommy. I think you picked a very beautiful woman, very intelligent woman, very God-fearing woman. I want to understand. What were the qualities that you saw in her? The first time you met her, what were the qualities that you saw in her?
Okay. Well, then I was ready to marry.
Yeah.
And I was praying about marriage.
Okay.
When I saw her, I had a leading. It was like a voice to say, "You're looking for a wife, look for this." But I have to, when she left, the first place I met her, in my cousin's house.
Yeah.
We happens to be the senior sister's house. When she left, I didn't say anything to her. I asked my cousin, I said, this your sister-in-law. Yeah. I said, this your sister-in-law, is she a believer?
Yeah.
Does she go to church? He said, she's a fanatic. And I wanted to hear that.
Yeah.
When unbelievers around you feels that you're going to church too much, you're a fanatic. So I say, really? He say, yes. Okay. He said, everything about her is church and God.
Oh, wow.
That was the first thing. That's okay. What I'm hearing might be true. Then after that, I checked her. Calm down. But I didn't just check her. I systematically. Because the sister had hinted me that there was a guy in their church that was coming after her. I said, don't bother. Okay. So I didn't go to tell her anything. So I just started a form of friendship, talk to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I buy her perfumes and so many a times I would drive to her workplace, take her out for lunch. I didn't say anything. Yet I didn't say anything. I just wanted us to be friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So on the course of being friends, because I wasn't interested to tell you I want to marry you, I wanted to observe who she was.
Who she was. Yeah.
Then, so I realized that every day she belonged to 7 departments in her church, which means every day from work to church, I was observing her. And at times I would just do something, I just say something to her to see if, her love for the work she's doing.
Yeah.
I was okay, please, I don't know if I can take you out after work.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested to take her out. I want to know whether she really committed to what she was doing for the church. He would tell me, no, that after it's church, so you cannot leave the church for anything. So this was my foundings. And I now know that she was not just going there religiously. She was going there because she loved God, committed to it, was not ready to be distracted. So with those qualities, I knew that with those qualities, she could be a pastor. She could pastor, yeah.
She could pastor.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to another question, talking about family. Your children are the most well-behaved children. How do you train them?
Well, number one, I'm a disciplinarian to the core.
Yeah.
You must do it the right way.
Yeah.
And number two, I'm not always at home. My wife plays a major role in shaping
Of the children.
them.
Yeah.
That is why when you want to get married, either as a woman or as a man, you should expect whatever that woman is what your children are going to be. Or what that man is. So my wife does the major training. But whenever I'm home, we normally, we have devotion. They go to school every day.
Yeah.
Saturdays is family devotion.
Family devotion.
In that family devotion, we rotate preaching.
Oh, wow.
And we rotate who lead the praise. And after the praise, if I'm bringing the word or my wife or any of them, they'll bring the word. Then after that, we pray based on that word. Everybody will carve out prayer point from whatever somebody's preached. From Emmanuel.
Wow.
Everybody must, whatever was preached, from there you drop prayer points. So we pray. So each person must bring two prayer points from the message preached. So that has also helped them. And number 3, I also think my people says that one person does not train a child.
Takes a village.
The children's section plays also a vital role in their training. And I think also there's kind of school that attend.
Yeah, the school.
They attend a Christian school.
Yeah.
So they help also to bring them up in the word of the Lord. So it's a combined effort. But kudos to her, to her mama.
I'm learning one important lesson, is that I need to choose the right woman.
Very important.
Yes, sir. All right, to the next. Yes, sir.
Not just a church goer. It's somebody who is in church, born again, 1 year, 2 years, does not love God to work for God, cannot love you. It's not true. That is not true.
Yes, sir.
A man or a woman who does not love God cannot love a man. So, okay,
So
it's not my question. Go ahead.
All right. The next topic is prophecy. You know, us black people, we love Prophesy.
Yeah.
Go deeper. So we just wanted to understand more about the spiritual gift of prophecy. How did you receive it? Was it something that you received automatically when you had when you accepted Christ, or was it something that you had to intentionally pursue?
Okay, number one, I think on one part is hereditary. Like my grandmom used to be like an evangelist.
Oh, okay.
My mom can see.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, she sees.
She sees, yeah.
Even though she's not a Pentecostal. Yeah. Then, when I was a child, I was brought up from Catholic background. I wanted to be a priest. When I was to go for my apostolic work, they had no money to send me. So, but one thing I know is that there are things that can occur to me that will happen, even as a child, and one day it will happen.
Oh, wow.
But then I didn't know what it was all about. I remember one of my late cousin sister, in one or two occasions, she would buy me like biscuit and say, tell me, will I see my friend? I'm going to meet my friend.
Yeah.
I will tell you, your friend will be sleeping when you get there. I didn't know what it means. I'll just say it. And when he gets there, he'll be sleeping.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that time I was still like,
Yeah, it's still a bit.
So,
yeah.
but now when I gave my life to Christ and started praying, started fasting, it started developing. Began to see it grow.
Started developing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank you. And then just to round off, some of just going into reflection and looking in the future. What are some of your challenges as a preacher, and what are some of your most fulfilling experiences?
Okay, well, the challenge I face as a preacher are those you are preaching to, the church. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you realize that you are talking to people of different mindset,
Yeah. Very true.
different cultural background,
Yeah.
different level of exposure, different level of education. So that is the most difficult thing.
Yeah.
Because people are not thinking alike. You want them to succeed, go far, excel, but some people are not thinking of that way. And at times, when you are trying to help them, it becomes a burden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the most challenging is when you are pastoring or talking to people who are not seeing what you are seeing, who are moving the parallel line with you. You are going here, they are going there. So it's the most challenging because it will demoralize you because you are thought for them, your vision for them, your plan for them is not being materialized.
Yes, yeah.
Despite your effort, your teaching. So at times it's frustrating.
It's frustrating, yeah.
Yeah. But the most awesome moments are when you see people give their life to Christ. When people come to Jesus, it excites me a lot. And when you see God do the miracles, you see maybe somebody who have lost hope, you see God touching them, they are coming back to life, they're experiencing, you see the joy in their heart. Yes. So it's my most awesome moments in ministry.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. And then just wanted to also ask, what are some of your hobbies? Some of the things that you do outside of, the normal church environment. Yeah.
Okay. What I do most this time is I love watching football, boxing, UFC, kickboxing.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Then
who's your favorite UFC fighter?
I like it depends on the division, but I enjoy Israel.
Israel's middleweight.
The Nigerian guy.
Oh, Israel, yeah.
Yeah.
Then Francis Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou, yeah. Francis Ngannou, is a heavyweight.
Yeah, he's heavyweight, yeah.
Yeah, very strong. But the skill,
Yeah.
the skill is not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So Israel's middleweight, lightweight, Usman, Kamaru.
Kamaru Usman, yeah, he's a very good
Yeah.
person, but he has lost his
Yeah,
belt,
he lost. Yeah,
and
he lost.
couldn't regain it. I like him because he's also a good boxer. Another ones I also like in UFC.
Okay.
A lot of them. I like people that have that can move well.
Yeah, technique and stuff.
And I like also the current heavyweight champion,
Okay.
the black guy. What's his name again? No.
What,
Khan is not
in
the
UFC?
yeah,
or
Khan is not the
boxing?
heavyweight. UFC. Jones.
Oh, Jones. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, Jones.
yeah,
Yeah, John
yeah.
Jones. Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then in soccer, what's your favorite club?
No, Chelsea.
Chelsea. All right, okay. All right, before we start talking about more of these teams, I also wanted to ask, what book are you currently reading, and what have you learned from that book?
Currently, I'm reading 3 books the same time.
Okay.
Yeah. One of it is on leadership. Lead it.
Lead it. Okay.
Yeah. The other one is on church growth.
Church growth.
Yeah, expanding your church. And the last one is it's also on that minus my schoolwork.
Okay.
I'm not talking about the schoolwork. Schoolwork is different.
Yeah.
So the two are the other one enhancing your ministry.
Okay.
So I'm reading the 3 at the same time. I'm almost done with 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just remaining one chapter. Then I finish. And those 3 is just for this month.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. So how many books can you read within a month?
Yeah, if the book is interesting, I can, and I have little time, I can do 2 or 3.
In a month.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Last question before we round off. If you had a chance to do life all over again, would you be a pastor or would you have taken a different path?
Well, I would like to be a pastor because I will affect more lives. Being a pastor,
Yes, sir.
some people heal and people deliver.
Yes, sir.
But as a person, I love business. Yeah. But if I had to make second choice, I will still be in ministry because business will not affect people like
Yes,
the way it affects
purpose,
people
Purpose.
when you're in ministry.
Yeah, so it's about purpose at the end of the day.
Huh?
It's about purpose at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, thank you very much, Daddy,
Thank
for
you.
giving us your time.
Thank you, sir. It's a privilege.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Give it up for our Father, please, as we welcome him. Thank you, thank you.